Hey everyone, Jason here with another episode of The Gamer Side. This is where I take a break from the publishing nonsense with Phase Shift Games and shed some light on my gaming side. Today we're going to do an unboxing of my new Allplay delivery that I just got in the mail for Waddle and the expansion for Waddle. Of course, they also gave a nice, surprisingly nice advertisement. This paper is like almost plastic. I don't want to try to rip it because it's really nice, but they are certainly pushing Sale Legacy. That's a big thing they're pushing right now. So that hits Kickstarter in July 8th. All right, with that, let's take a look at Waddle. I ended up not backing for the other two games, Twinkle and whatever the other one was. Maybe I'll check them out at some point, but this was the one. I really love this box size that they have, and most of the games that come in it have been hits with my group. So this one is another one of their 1 minute teach, just like Mountain Goats, and I think Chomp, and many others in the line that have been really well received here at Shea Maselli. All right, so let's take a look at Waddle. This one's about penguins. So some fun facts that they put on the back of the box as I unwrap it here. A waddle is what you refer to a group of penguins that are on the ice. When they're on the water, they are referred to as a raft, apparently. That's what that says there. So 2 to 5 players, 15-minute games, 8 and up. I like those stats for quick filler type games. So let's take a look. We'll get back to the expansion shortly. All right, do you love Waddle? You'll love our other games, probably. That's what that is. Yep. Pick up the Orcas and Ice Flows expansion. Well, I already have that. Here's the ever small and simple rules pamphlets that they give. This one is a 3-panel fold out. So nothing different than expected there for this style game that they have. Now we have... Ooh, all right, that one's different shapes here, but we have some, all right, so we have some hex tile things. I will say these are on the thinner side, but, you know, it's a small box game, and it's a super lightweight game, so maybe didn't deserve much more, but they are thinner punch board than average. But the artwork on that is really nice. And I don't know if you're drawing these randomly or not. That looks like some kind of victory points and similar artwork to Lure, actually, the style of the outlines there. All right, so those are 3-tile hexes. And then we have some 4-tile hexes. Oh, that's another 3-tile. All right, they're all mixed in there. But very similar, all similar in look and feel. Clearly, you're going to be assembling some kind of ice type arrangement with water areas, depending on how the rules work. That's cool. And then there's more of the 3s, and this looks like more of the 4s. 3, 3, 3. All right, and then, I just noticed some of these are different on the back. 5-player, 4 above players, 3 and above, 3 and above, and then the rest are the blue. So you must have a variable number of these depending on how many players are in the game that you are playing. Then there's a dry erase marker, classic for Allplay here, and the marbles. And the marbles, I'm going to keep them in the bag for now. I'll get back to them because we'll probably try to quickly assemble what the marbles go in. We got some bags. And then let's take out everything else that's here. Let's grab the cards first. This looks like, some player aids. On your turn, you're going to place, scout ahead, round end, and end game scoring. Waddles, fishing pools. Okay. Seems relatively clean, but also with some nice, I like what they did with the artwork there. That's really nice looking. Then we have some punch board, which also is very glossy. I don't know if you're supposed to dry erase on this or just this. This is clearly your scorecard, which you have the dry erase marker for. But this is the same kind of material, so I don't know if you're supposed to dry erase on this as well. I don't think so. All right, so here we have our score tracker. Two-sided, but doesn't really need to be. It's the same on both sides, best I can tell. Score tracker. Then I'm trying to see if I can assemble this, which is what the marbles go in. Let's see. I think so. I think all we need. Again, the thickness is, yeah, I think that goes like that. The thickness is on the thinner side. But again, maybe that is sufficient for the kind of game that this is. All right, so if I have deduced correctly without reading any rules, you've got 3 stands that go in there. And now this can lay on the table like that. I don't know if there's more to it, but for now, I'm just going to assume. Here's the marbles I skipped over before. These are heavy. These are nice. I don't know what they're made out of. They have a marbly effect, maybe harder to pick up on the camera. That one maybe you can see a little bit. There's a nice marbly effect, and these are, I don't know if they're glass or a thick, a heavy resin, but they are hefty. That's neat. And however the rules work, these are going to, in some way, be placed onto the track there. However that works. And so there's that. This is an interesting piece that I punched out. No idea what that's for. Then what else do we have? Now we have little penguins, all in different colors, probably based on player color. More, I'm not going to punch these out, but they're the same style punch board there. So kind of a standard token there. Looks like the penguins are all singles or doubles. So we got singles and doubles. More penguins. Looks really cute. I like penguins. More. That's the exact same sheet. That's the exact same sheet. And that's the exact same sheet. So a lot of the same. And then, what is this for? Now I'm curious enough that I want to look in the rules for where this goes. So, all right, that single token goes on the bottom of the marble track there. Oh, this goes on some of the hexes. Maybe it's like the starting hex or something like that. So, or maybe it's for the start of your turn. You're going to place it somewhere. But however it works rules-wise, it is meant to be placed on the hex like that. And then you go from there. That's what that is. All right. That is it for everything in Waddle. And let's see if I constructed that thing correctly. Do they give you any rules on how to construct it? Nope. Somewhere in here there might be, but I can tell from that picture there, the bumpy side of those stands is on the upper end. So I am pretty sure I constructed it correctly. And that, we'll say, is that for now. Oh, no, sorry. That is the base game. Then we have the expansion. So this is Orcas and Ice Flows. Expansion requires a base game. All right, let's take a look here. Rip that off. Garbage. And let's see what this adds to the game. All right, this is a, might be the same thickness. Actually feels thicker, but it's just a punch board tile. And that's it. I assume you put something on it. Otherwise, why would they have given you something that thick? Here is the Orcas and Ice Flows rules sheet, a single-sided or single-page rule sheet, and 2 token sheets, and that is it. So we got some Orcas, and clearly Ice Flows, and what are these? Eggs? Yeah, 13 egg tokens. And nowhere in the components does it say anything about, I think this was just to promote it, just to have it facing out in the bag there. Okay, well, in any case, that's the expansion. Clearly does not look like it's complicated. So we will play with that soon enough. And that, folks, is Waddle. As with all of the Allplay games, I'm very excited. Looking forward to this one immensely. I love this line in general. So stay tuned for the review. Thanks. Bye.